What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 32 video. Today we're going to go through the leaderboards, let you know which builds are absolutely crushing Season 32 with these ethereal items. Every class in the game has cleared a GR150, some of them in mind-bogglingly quick time. So ultimately guys, if this is a season where you would like to finally bust out your 150, I think you can do it. I think you can do it on all classes this season. I think it's going to be pretty good. So we're going to look at the builds. We're going to talk a little bit about them. As always, a thumbs up brightens my day. Now, I haven't done any pushing. I have really returned to my casual roots. I'm playing only about an hour a day at the moment. I still think I can clear 150 if I stick at it this season. I probably will try Demon Hunt. It looks the easiest. Maybe Wizard. If I can make a Wizard, possibly is even easier. But let's just jump in and have a little look-see. So we'll look at the season, we'll look at the solo season, and we'll have a little look at hardcore as well. So Demon Hunter, 150, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. It is a Marauder DH. We have got the Wind Force, of course, going for the 200% archery skills, and we can take either the Dawn Power or the Manticore. I think either way around is fine. I've seen somebody else do it the other way around with the Manticore on the character and the Dawn in the cube. Obviously, this was a really strong build before it got nerfed, and it just makes a lot of benefit, gets a lot of juice from the Wind Force. So obviously, Marauder hitting pretty hard. And being the DH's top build. It is also the same for the SSF, so again 4K Paragon, and it's like crushed it in 6-7 minutes, which is pretty wild. We've got 148 on hardcore. That's a Gears of Dreadlands. Again, I mean, the power, you know, 150 definitely doable on Gears of Dreadlands, and then on the hardcore SSF, we are actually on the Talias. So it's really interesting. We've got different Demon Hunter build across these various different platforms, but this should show the power that the Demon Hunter has to get it done. Let's see what this Gears of Dreadlands has done. Hardcore SSF and Marauder has done 150. So basically for Demon Hunter, for Marauder, very strong, can clear 150. Less strong is Gears of Dreadlands, but will clear 150. Natalia's will clear 150. The Unhallowed Essence, I think, will get there. I think the highest is not a million miles away. So we've got like a 146, 2.5k Paragon. So again, definitely a 150 viable suit if you really grind out your Paragon points. And sadly, of course, Demon Hunter Shadow is not going to get 150 this season because it cannot use an Ethereal, which really sucks. So that will probably not get played too much. And then of course the Legacy of Dreams, Demon Hunter, there are no really good builds for this. So even with the extra juice of taking a Barisa Dough, doing a rapid fire with the extra 150% on all skills, I mean, maybe somebody will do 150 with Nuts Paragon, but I certainly won't be doing it. But Demon Hunter is looking pretty tasty. Let's do Wizard, because I think Wizard is actually even stronger. 150 in 5 minutes. Of course, Talrasha Meteor is returning big time. I'm really looking forward to setting my Wizard up and playing this because it was so strong a few seasons ago before it got nerfed. 300% increased damage with the Man Songs is crazy power. And this is like 2.5k Paragon for 5 minute 150. So it does kind of show that you could do your 150 with a lot less Paragon, subject to having the toughness to do it. But yeah, pretty crazy. We have also got 150 done on hardcore. These are all pretty much going to be Talrasha stuff. The SSF has had 150 done. Legacy Dreams, interestingly, again with Meteor, with the Withered Spike, giving you that 100% increased damage. So that's quite interesting. We've got 100% on the Wizard skills, and then 100% on the consecutive hits. A little bit of discussion at the start of the season, what would be stronger, that or the Man Songs? I kind of like the Man Songs for the Talrasha, but it's interesting, Legacy Dreams has got it done. And then the hardcore SSF, again, has Meteor, but this time they've actually got the Oculus, which is going for the damage reduction. So again, a mix of ethereals here, getting all that stuff done. Firebirds has cleared 150, 2000 Paragon. Again, it looks like a Meteor build. Yep, it's a couple of people have done that, which is nice. Just trying to look. None of the other Firebirds clears are particularly amazing. Veers, which was the start, nobody's touched. As I said, I think Veers sucks really badly. Obviously, we are getting people trying to use some, I'm guessing, some kind of reverse Archon setup. We'll have to see what happens with that. I don't really like it too much. DMO is at 144 for the season with 2k Paragon. I think someone will clear at 150 with it by the end, but nobody's really pushing because it's not the top one. The Typhon's Veil, I was going to say, will get 150 if it hasn't been done already. It has 2k Paragon. Got a Wizard Spike here with the crafted Primal. Using the Hydra build. Again, I'm looking forward to playing that one. It does not look like we've got anything other than the 150 on the regular one, 2k Paragon. But Wizard looking like in a good spot, 150 on the Legacy of Dreams. So we know we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 busted out for Wizard. I think DMO won't be far behind. And I think maybe Veers will be the only one that struggles. But we'll see. DMO will get there. But if you're going to play a Wizard, very, very strong. Now, normally speaking, Necro's pretty fast to 150. Obviously, last season with the queue being open, we did have a lot of power. This is very interesting because this is Legacy Dreams Corpse Explosion. Again, we've got the consecutive hits with the 100% on here. We are, I think, close quarters. I can't remember if that's the poison rune or not. I don't think that it is because we do get poison on the black bog, so I'm guessing that roll doesn't really matter. Some pretty crazy items here. Ashira's, never expect to see that on the board. Shimizu, you know, again, tricky item to use. But basically it's Corpse Explosion. 4000 Paragon obviously is a loss as well, which is worth saying. 146 on Hardcore. Tragools, much more kind of traditional build here with the Guardians and the Mantle of Channeling. Again, with the Black Bog. You can see a lot of that, I'm guessing. SSF 150 has been done on Tragools, looking like about 3000 Paragon, a little bit under. So again, we can have that done. And SSF Hardcore 146. So Necro, we've got 2, which is the Drags and the Legacy of Dreams. Be interesting. I don't think Rathma's going to be particularly useful. Oh, that is interesting. I was still expecting it to be the Jasseth, but it does look like somebody's gone with the Black Hand Key. So that is interesting. So maybe Rathma will get there. Because if we've got 142 with only the 1700 Paragon, somebody could bust that out. I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at that. SSF Rathma using the Black Bog. Interesting. 147 with 1.5k. I mean, that is a very skillful clear right there. Well done, sir. So that does suggest that Rathma will get there in the end. Inarius is probably going to lag a little bit behind. So 1.5k. This is a Nova build. Again, I do think it'll get there. Just as you add Paragon, I don't see any reason it won't. SSF 137, the SSF Hardcore 112. Pestilence, I'm not sure anyone will have done anything with this. No, we've got a 129 minutes. This is what, I mean, you can't really say. It's only 1000 Paragon, so just basically nobody with any Paragon or whatever has touched the Pestilence. I don't know if that's 150 viable. Maybe it will be. Bone Spear is 150 viable. 2k Paragon, 2.2k, something like that. And we've got the Bone Spear with the Black Bog. Again, it will, you know, very, very doable. We've got only 100 cleared and hardcore on the Bone Spear, 125 on the SSF, and 110 on the hardcore SSF. So Bone Spear done as well, and then Lod obviously was the top build. So I think we're looking at Rathma, Easy, Trags, Inarius, Masquerade, Lord. I think 6 out of the 7 are pretty easy, and then Pestilence. Yeah, we might well get there. Let's look at Crusader next, because Crusader's pretty good as well. We've got 150 in 8.5 minutes using the Akan. under 2k Paragon, which shows really just the kind of power of this. You know, you've cracked through the 150 in half the time with only 1800 Paragon. Using the Astrian's Iron Wand, lots of big crit on here with the crit damage and crit chance. They've obviously primalized it as well. I haven't cleared a 150 ever with a Khan. It's on my to-do list, so maybe I'll set that up. Hardcore is 137. The SSF is 150 in 11 minutes. Again, it is the cons with this Astrons. And then in SSF, we've got a 141. And that is with the Legacy Dreams Blast Shield. So again, I think that will get there. But let's just have a little look at the other suits. Thorns Invoker, again, it's not popular build, so don't really see anybody setting it up. 130 in 1100 Paragon. Probably by the end of the season, somebody will sit down and do a 150 with it, but it's not popular. Roland, which was the starting set. No, it wasn't. It was Hammers, wasn't it? Sweepsader, again, boring to say, same sentence. It'll probably get there with the Astrians. It adds so much juice with the extra damage and the crit and all that kind of stuff. Again, not many people play Sweepsader. 126 was on the season. The hardcore was a 90 for the Sweepsader. SSF 117 and a 110 on the hardcore. Again, it's just not popular, guys. So it probably, when people get around to it, Crusader is probably one of the least popular classes this season, I think. And I think this is kind of shown with these boards here. So the Secret of the Light, which was the starting set, somebody cleared 115 in 11 minutes. 800 Paragon. That's really funny. If anybody playing Crusader wants to come and try and take this clear, they can do so. Hardcore is a 120. Again, just look at, there's so few people playing Crusader this season. 118 on the solo SSF board and a 110 on the hardcore board. Will this do 150? I mean, I'd just be absolutely guessing. I have no idea. I presume so. I presume you get enough Paragon and stuff sorted, but not like something that people are really wanting to do. The Aegis of Valor set is interesting. We're going back to the Heaven's Fury build here with the braces, the shield, Astrians, again with the kind of like block power that automatically releases those out. This is definitely a 150 viable one because it's 2k Paragon and we're 134. Again, nobody's really touched it on hardcore. 115. SSF is 126, and then the hardcore SSF, funnily enough, is a 130, and that's actually with the Darklight using the traditional Vista Heavens build with no ethereal. How sad is that? It is pretty sad. Yeah, I do think this will get to 150. I might be wrong. It might not, but it's only 16 tiers, so I think somebody will get there. Let's just have a little look through the rest of the Legacy of Dreams clears. So we've got a 142 with Blast Shield, so that's kind of nice. So we've got that in the regular mode. Hardcore 137 with 1.2k Paragon, so pretty decent for that level Paragon. 1000 Paragon for 140 on the SSF board, and 141. Again, the highest on the SSF board. I think Lord Blast Shield is going to get 150 done. So you've got the Khan is done. The Legacy of Dreams I think will get done. Aegis of Valor will get done. The others I think will do, but they're not like mega powerful. So it's not something you need to be rushing out to build immediately. Barber's got 150 done on the regular board. 5,000 Paragon points. Come on, dude, that's just ridiculous. 5k Paragon in 8 days. Yes, well, okay, using the Grandfather, of course we expect that it's actually taking the Furnace power for the 50% elite damage. Again, I would like to set up a Barb, but I haven't done so yet. I've got a sneak feeling there might be multiple Barb 150 clears. We've got a 150 on the hardcore, which is the Savage, which is nice. Shout out to Mavinius, clan member, 149 with 2k Paragon. So Savage is going to get there, no problem. And then the hardcore SSF board, again, is a Frenzy Savage using the Grandfather. So that is interesting. Raycore, nobody's bothered. I think Raycore's got a chance to do 150. I'm surprised nobody's cleared more than 120 with it, because I think you will be able to get there with it. Hardcore 100. SSF, somebody's doing 130. Again, only 1,000 paragons using the Grimmer Shed for the move speed. I think damage reduction would probably interest me on hardcore, and then 94 on the SSF board. So nobody's really touched Raycore. That is surprising. Leap Quake, I really like. I was kind of hoping this would have performed a bit better. So 2.5k Paragon, somebody's done 137. Hardcore 117, nobody's touched it. SSF, there we go, 150. 2000 Paragon, baller clear. 2k Paragon, 150, just about done in the nick of time. I always like doing Leap Quake. I don't know if I've got the patience to augment it out with all the other builds, but you can do 150 on it, which is great to see. And then again on SSF 118, nobody's really touched it. Wrath of Waste we've kind of covered. IK is a bit rubbish, so again this will probably not be particularly touched build. 134 with 1.2k Paragon on the regular season. The hardcore it's only 110. SSF 150. Yikes, with IK that does surprise me. 2000 Paragon as well. So again, IK very possible. Legacy of Dreams should be stronger than that as well, which is interesting. So bloody hell, 150 SSF clear with 2000 Paragon. That is seriously good. And I think Savage we've covered. For the Legacy of Dreams, let's have a little look on the season. 132. I thought this was stronger than IK, so I am a little surprised that this has not been clearing higher. Let's have a look. 117 for hardcore. SSF is a 125, and then only 103 on the hardcore SSF. So a little bit of work to do. I do think somebody eventually will get this done though. Yeah, as I say, a little surprising. I thought I would have done a little better. So for Barb, I think you probably will get a clean sweep. I think all will have 150 done by the end. Just again, perhaps it's not as popular. I thought Barb might have been a bit more popular this season. So let's do Monk next. We do have 150 cleared on the season. This is Legacy of Dreams Wave of Light, as it kind of always is. 3.5k Paragon. So let's just have a little look on the hardcore board. 133. Again, Lord Wave of Light, this time using the Shadow Killer for the damage reduction. Kind of makes a bit of sense on hardcore, I suppose. 150 on the SSF board. Again, the Legacy of Dreams. Look at this gear, man. That is seriously nutty. 3.8k Paragon with loads of primals, which is nice. And they've made themselves a Bartuk's Cutthroat for the stacking 100% damage, which is quite nice. And then for the hardcore SSF, 145. It's again pretty close. 2000 Paragon points. So that absolutely will get there. Raiment sucks. Nobody loves Raiment. Somebody will sit down and probably do 150 with it. I'm wondering, maybe they won't actually because they can't take in the theory. I was going to say, I wonder whether they're taking the fist weapons. I think they're probably quite mandatory, aren't they? You can top clear. If you want to be the #1 hardcore monk, go for the Raiment board. You've only got to clear 56. That's really funny. Yeah, nobody likes Raiment. Terrible set. Senwuku has got a 138. Is this Patterns of Justice? It is not Patterns of Justice. Tempest Rush is what I meant to say. Hardcore 90 for the Senwuku. SSF 120. Hardcore SSF 102. So again, nobody's really touched this. This will definitely do 150. 3.3k Paragon for 138. I think it'll get there. I think a few more people with a bit better pushing strats will get there. Uliana, I think Monk's probably one of the strugglers this season. Again, maybe not quite as popular, but we've got 2.4k Paragon for 131. It's cleared 100 Uliana on hardcore. On the SSF board, it's actually cleared 135, 1500 Paragon, taking the Bartuk's Cutthroat for that stacking damage, and then a 107 on the hardcore SSF. It probably will get there, but again, not very powerful, so I don't think anyone's going to be rushing out to do it. Innis, which is always a really good speed build, does drop off a bit in terms of pushing. It's never been a great pushing set for quite a while now. 133 cleared in 13 minutes with 1.6k Paragon. 126 on the hardcore board. On the SSF board, it's a 128, and then 115 on the solo hardcore, but it's in 3 minutes. So somebody's speeding with the 115, which is quite funny. This will do 150, I think. I think it will get there. But again, out the box, not the most amazing, powerful in the world. Interesting, I thought Patterns of Justice were probably a bit higher. So it's a 145 with 3k Paragon. I thought this would be performing a bit better with the Bartux, but maybe there just isn't quite enough juice. Again, I think someone will get there. So 130 for POJ on the seasonal hardcore board. On SSF, it's a 141, so that's only 9 tiers to go, and then we've only got 5 tiers to go on the regular season, and then a 120 on the SSF. So I'm pretty sure that will get there. And Legacy of Dreams we've covered. So Monk looking a little weak compared to the others, but still definitely 150 possibles in there. And then lastly, we come to the Witch Doctor, which does have 150 because this Arix Needle adding the insane 200% to the decay skills is pretty powerful. 2.3k Paragon, somebody has got a 150 done in just under 11 minutes, which is really nice. On the hardcore board, we've got a 140 cleared. Again, it is Mundanugus with the Arix Needle. And the SSF, Masquinator, great player, makes content, has done a 2000 Helltooth build, again with the Arix Needle, using the Zombie Charger, so that's pretty cool. 30 minutes, that's 2 different Witch Doctor builds have done 150, which is nice. And then in SSF Hardcore, we've got a 149, again, this is with the Zombie Charger, so that's really nice that we've got 2. Jade Harvester, somebody has cleared 132 with 1000 Paragon, again, probably I'm guessing it'll get there because this just means nobody's played it. Hardcore for Jade is 120. The SSF board for Jade is 133, 1300 Paragon, and then a 108 on the seasonal hardcore. At least we get to use the Ghost Flame here because obviously you're taking you got to be really careful with the Witch Doctor ones because they buff up only certain things. In that case, secondary skills. Helltooth done 150. Zuni. Nobody likes Zuni. It comes into its own later on in the season. Does build fairly well with Paragon. We've got 125 on the season, only 100 on the hardcore board. SSF 135. That's not bad. 1300 Paragon, and then the 103 on the SSF hardcore for the Zunis. Zunis, so squishy. It's really horrible to play. It might get there. Spiders, the Arakir set is at 131 on the season. Again, I thought this might be performing a little better, but again, it might just be a lack of players. I'm not too sure. Again, it takes the Arix Needle. We've got the hardcore. Somebody's done 105 minutes. Again, nobody's really bothered with it. SSF, we've got 128, 1200 Paragon. SSF hardcore, 114. So yeah, not amazing out the box. Mundanugus we've done. And then Legacy of Dreams. I'm guessing this is still darts. Yeah. I mean, I guess it could have been Lord Spirit Barrage. Possibly that'll be a thing, I don't know. Anyway, we've got a Legacy of Dreams Witch Doctor here doing the Dagger of Darts build of 2000, 137, 120 on the hardcore board, which looks like Legacy of Dreams Firebats, which is awesome because, I mean, Jesus Christ, who knows when that was last a thing. But that's quite funny, 120 there. On the season SSF board, we've got Dagger of Darts again, 1300 Paragon with a 130, and then a 116 on the hardcore SSF, which has gone again darts. So interesting. I think Witch Doctor, obviously we've got Mundanugu over 150, we've got Helltooth over 150. I think probably the rest of them get mopped up by somebody with insane Paragon, but out of the box, not the greatest. So what can we conclude from this? Well, we can conclude that Tal Rasha Meteor is really back in a big way. That has not changed to Wizard. It has now, yeah. Tal Rasha Meteor back in a big way. Probably one of the most powerful bang for your buck builds in the game. I think Demon Hunter is looking really strong with the Marauder and also with Gears of Dreadlands for the farming. Both those things look really nice. We kind of probably expected that. Witch Doctor with the Arix Needle, I think, is actually looking good with the Spirit Barrage, and perhaps as a speed build we can do with that. And then yeah, the rest are lagging behind a little bit. Everyone's cleared 150. We have them all across the board, which is nice to see. No classes being left behind. So if you wanted to come in and do 150 with all these classes, you can do. Just build yourself up like 3k Paragon, and then you'll be able to go off and play all of them. But I'm doing DH at the moment. My next class is definitely going to be Wizard, because I really want to get my hands on one of these man songs with a really nice roll on it and go about crushing with the meter, because it is a really fun build. Right guys, that has been the video. I hope you found it useful. Go play some Meteor, go play some Gears of Dreadlands, go play some Marauder, have some fun, and maybe we'll do this again towards the end of the season once I've actually posted some clears myself. Take it easy guys, peace.